Hello, we're back. All right, I think I can knock the rest of the steps out in this video. Step 5, we admitted to ourselves, to God, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. You, with your disciplee, will schedule a meeting and block off some time because this one is real, dude. This is an intense meeting. Why? Because they're going to get their paper of their 4th step, everything that they just wrote out in the last video that I explained, and they're going to spill their guts, man. They're going to give it to you. And it's going to bring a box of Kleenex and, all that. They're going to start with resentments, and you're going to take them through, okay? What's your first resentment? It is my dad, all right? Why? Because he abused me, he did this, he did that. Okay, what is your part? My part is unforgiveness. Great. Next, I resent Dylan because, and this is my part. And you go step by step through the resentments, 3 columns. Who, why, their part. Same thing with fears. You're going to have them start off with what they're fearful of, the why, and their wrong. What was their wrong? Okay? And during this meeting, you are there to listen. You're not there to give any counseling, okay? If you want to give counseling another day because of something you remembered they said and you can use this to help them, okay. But this meeting is not for that. This meeting is for them to be completely open and them to share everything. You can ask clarifying questions like, so when was that? Or, what did he do exactly? Or blah, blah, blah. But that's it. No counseling. And then guilts. Who, why, what was their wrong? Okay? And pray before this meeting. Go over again with them the 5th step. What are we doing here? You're admitting to yourself, to God. So make that known to them. You are saying this to me, but you're also saying this to God and to yourself. The exact nature of your wrongs. And this is why we have them focus on the last column. Okay? So, step 6 would be, we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. What's that?
This is 3 minutes in. I'm just giving you.
Okay, thank you, bro. Okay, so after the 5th step, you're going to go to the 6th step because that 6 comes after 5, if you didn't know that. We were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Okay? So this is another counting the cost moment. It's a very simple step. Do you really want to have God remove these things? Because you understand what that means? You're giving up of self. You're surrendering this to Jesus. Your self-will. No longer can you do this because if you do, it will destroy you. All right? Are you ready? Are you willing? Is the question of step 6. And then step 7, humbly ask Jesus to remove our shortcomings. So they're going to do their 7th step prayer time. Prayer hour, whatever you want to call it. 7th step secret place, okay? And this is where they go through with their journal, with their notepad, and they focus here. This part's done. Now we focus on what is our wrong. And we humbly, as step 7 says, ask him to remove our shortcomings. God, I confess, and have him go through. I confess my jealousy, my unforgiveness. I confess my pride, my self-centeredness. And have him be clear with God. Remove these sins from my life. Crucify this old man that is allowing me to go off and do stupid things. Okay? That's the 7th step. I know I explained it in a matter of a few minutes, but have them take their time. Have them fast that day. Okay? Have them commit to a 2-hour secret place where they're just praising God after they confess these things. Okay? Really have them be thorough. That is where the power comes in, is when you follow this process thoroughly. You don't rush it. You don't take too long either, but it's worth it. All right? Now, for the real fun stuff. Steps 8 and 9. Step 8 says, made a list of all persons we have harmed, which we already have. we've already made a list of all persons we have harmed, and became willing to make amends to them all. And I'll just go right into 9 because it'll explain it. Step 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. So this is where you or the person that you're going to disciple is going to gather their list of people that they have harmed, and they got to go to them in person. Okay? To make amends. What does that mean? It's simple. You are going to them to admit your wrongs. You're not going to them to tell them everything that they did wrong. You're going to them to admit your wrongs. And yes, it's not just your guilt list that you have to do this. It's your resentment list. If it's somebody that you have harbored these thoughts about toward, you harmed that person in that you withheld something that they could have had from you, a good thing, right? Except when to do so would injure them or others, meaning yourself as well. Okay. Now, am I going to counsel a girl to go see their father after he's raped her for this long and blah, 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 and it's just too much? No, I'm not. That's too much. This would be damaging to the person. It wouldn't help them, right? As well as anybody else, okay? If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband, let them know that this is what you're doing, that you might have to talk to some exes, okay? I know it seems a lot, but that's what the book says. It says at some of these things we balked. We said, what? I have to do that? Yeah, you do. This is the only way. It's thorough, okay? You're going to the people that you've harmed, and you're saying, this is what I did wrong. Forgive me. I'm sorry. You can use those phrases if you want. That's up to you. The main thing is you admit you're wrong, okay? That's step 1 through 9 there in these last videos. What is 10 through 12? 10 is continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. So what is step 10? It's 4 through 9 every day. Step 10 is 4 through 9 every day. If you did something wrong, if you got a resentment, fear, or guilt, here you go. Come back to this and do it again. Call your discipler, schedule a meeting. This is what it is. This is my wrong. If you harm somebody, go make amends to them. That's step 10. It's just repeat. Okay? Step 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our relationship with Jesus. This would be the paraphrase, right? Secret place. And praying for the knowledge of His will and the power to carry that out. That's step 11. Simple. Continue your relationship with Jesus. If you don't, you will fail. Step 12. Having had a spiritual awakening or having had an inner healing, we could say, okay? As a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to others and practice these principles in all of our affairs. This would be carrying the message to other people, okay? Making disciples. You yourself, you have to go and you have to help other people, because this is going to continue to take you out of you, putting yourself in front of other people to help them and to spend time with them, giving your time to the people, okay? That is it, folks. And check in with the people. Ask, how their thoughts are going, how their addiction is going. You have to ask poignant questions. Have you fell? Have you done this? You know what I'm saying? Last few thoughts. Recovery meetings, Lord willing, here in a few years, New Image in Jesus will have one because they help. To surround yourself with people who are also trying to recover, who are also recovering against this stuff. This is very, very powerful. That to know that you can share your struggles and they understand them, okay? So That means if you can find a Celebrate Recovery near you, have them go to it. Just ask them how it's going, okay? I think that's it. Love y'all.